Hi, my name is Frank O'Toole from Premier Training and also Premier Training Courses. Some of you may well recognise me from being maybe on a course with me in the past, either in the UK or in Ireland. And the reason I put this video together is during the past week to 10 days, I've been literally inundated with inquiries from HR managers throughout both the UK and Ireland asking me similar type questions. And all of those questions relate to remote working and working from home. They're questions like, how can my team work better at home? What are the key things that people have to do to work effectively at home? How can people manage work at home, etc., etc.? You see, the reality is that we are now in a very, very different situation. In fact, I heard a statistic this morning on the BBC News from a professor in Scotland who actually said that 2/3 of the world's population are at home at this minute in time. Think about it, 2/3 of the population. So if that's the case, then there's an awful lot of people in the world are now having to try and work at home, including myself. And it's not simple because we're used to working with colleagues, we're used to taking that coffee break and having a chat and having a bit of crack and a bit of fun and everything like that with all of our colleagues. And now we find ourselves in isolation, working in a bedroom, working on a kitchen table, working in an office, wherever it may be, and also trying to do other things as well. So I decided that if HR managers throughout the country are finding this difficult enough, that I would put a video together based on best practices which covers the 10 key areas of working from home and managing your day and structuring your day. So over the next week, I'm going to put out a video every day with some of the key points on it. And there'll be areas such as, the 4 functions of managing your day: planning, organising, implementing, controlling your day. There'll be areas such as turning a to-do list into an action list. There'll be areas such as how do we prioritise when we're working from home? What is the difference between important and urgent? How do I really know what the difference is? What is the impact of getting this right or getting this wrong? There will be areas such as managing large tasks. How do we manage large tasks when we're at home? There'll be areas such as procrastination. One of the hardest things is, we all tend to put things on the long finger. And when we're working at home and there's other priorities, it's not easy. So all of these things need to be looked at. We'll be looking at things like how to stay out of the red zone, and so that we get less stress and still achieve more. We'll be looking at things like our own body clock. It's called a thing called prime time, which is when is the best time for me to actually work on these things. All of these things are really important. And then finally, another couple of things for those of you who have people working for you: how do we remotely manage meetings from home? And also, how do we actually delegate to our team when we're working from home? So these are kind of things that I'm going to be putting together just for anybody that may find any of the things useful. And if you do find them useful when we put them out there, please feel free to share them. This is just to help people get through this difficult times. And finally, just to say to you, stay safe.